problem is.
And that's why I think greed is so, there's high-class greed, there's middle-class greed, there's low-class greed. Greed comes in many, many forms. I mean, Jesus says, beware the many faces of greed. And, there's entitlement. When you think you deserve something that you didn't work for or you can't afford yet, but somebody else ought to give it to you, that's greed.
Now, Chad, we have just a moment, but you've put together a video series called Godonomics. Give us a definition of Godonomics. What do you mean by that term?
Well, Godonomics is God's wisdom on money. Something used to be called common sense. It's about being generous to the poor. It's about not stealing, and by implication, not electing other people to steal for you, paying your taxes, rewarding hard work, property rights, and by implication, it's why capitalism, free market capitalism, is most aligned to God's principles. Well, several things. It has taught people not only at a macro level what God's principles are, but how do I play that out? And how do I look at my own spending? How do I look at my own not spending tomorrow's money today? How do I make sure I understand that when I go to vote, that I want to vote for people who aren't going to enslave my children and grandchildren? Beyond that, we're seeing folks who are beginning to see the value of hard work, teaching that to your kids. I got lots of folks who hire people, and they say the problem with today's generation is we're hiring a bunch of people who are entitled. They don't have a deep sense of hard work. So it's helping us set up